Hello, everybody. I'm just going to wait around until some people are in the room. Get a little additional light on the subject here. Should have made a coffee is what I should have done. 4 people in the room, 10 people in the room. Thank you so much. I haven't even opened up my mouth and I already got a thumbs up. Wow, thank you. Must be the shirt. Thank you so much. 14 people in the room, 2 thumbs up. 16 people in the room. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Well, as the title reads, and this is not. First of all, I'm a little biased because I like Trump. I like what he's doing. So I'm gonna be a little biased here. But I wanted to ask your opinion, whether I'm on the wrong track or not. Because just because I have a YouTube channel doesn't mean I'm always freaking 100% correct all the time. You know, that's a misconception of somebody who has a YouTube channel. Oh, they know it all. They know it all. No. I know 100% of everything 70% of the time. So I'm just wondering, you know, I heard the news, I think it was right around 1 o'clock Tucson time. And I want to discuss the border because I think I am really qualified to discuss the border. I am 30 minutes north of the border in Tucson, Arizona. So I want to go over the technologies the Democrats want you to use. But I really want to know what you think of Donald Trump temporarily opening up the border. Is the chat window working? Because normally I get a chat, a hello or something by now. Is the chat not working? Hold on a second. I think I understand what's going on here. Boom, there it is. This thing has been defaulted to another setting. I just turned the setting and I can see everybody's chats now. Thank you so much for being here again. I heard the news, and you know, he says he's going to temporarily open up the border for about 3 weeks. In that 3-week interim, he is hoping that the Democrat Party and him come to some conclusion over this wall. Negotiate. I think the Democrat Party has pulled the wool over his eyes, and I don't think there'll be any concessions to building this wall, any funding for the wall. That is my belief. I think they played him, but they think they played him. And as one person said just now, sans pure, he caved and we are all screwed. I don't believe so. Trump uses your weaknesses against you. I think he's playing them. I think he is making the Democrats put on a show to show the world really, truly who they really are. Think about it. If the Democrats do not come to the table and do some serious negotiations, I mean, something that has some meat and potatoes behind it, the world is going to see really what they truly are. Donald Trump is not stupid. He truly is not. He didn't get to where he was in his life, and we're talking before the presidency, from being stupid. Nobody becomes president because they're stupid. Let's face it, we think we're smart. Have we achieved what he has achieved? Absolutely not even a fraction. I'd be surprised if there's anybody here that owns high-rise buildings and has accomplished a fraction of he is. Bottom line, he's not stupid. And from what I can tell from his past track record, he uses people's weaknesses against them. He's a chess master. So I wonder, he must have known, he must know what we know, that the Dems are rats and will and probably have lied to them. He's a moron. That's what Chad Michael Harding is. That word moron means nothing to me in the context of Trump. What has he done that's a moron? He has built an empire, which you don't have. He has become president, which you are not. How is he a moron? Instead of throwing out a blanket statement, I can call you an asshole, but I need to really quantify that. What have you done to be an asshole? So what has he done to be a moron? He is not a moron. You just don't like it. You don't like him. And your brain is tarnished. So it's very easy to go and insult somebody, but when you don't have anything of substance to back up the word moron, like exactly point to something he has done that is moronic, Chad. He bought a mansion under an airport and tried to sue. I never heard of him buying a mansion under an airport. Okay. And even if he did, he's got a damn mansion. Do you have a mansion? No, you don't. So I was a little distracted by Chad. Sorry about that, folks. Again, he is no moron. And I got to say the same thing for the other team. The team I don't like, the Democrats. They're not a moron either. I mean, maybe one or two of them are. The one that thinks the island is going to get flipped over if the population is too high. Yes, there are some moronic people there, and they can actually quantify that statement with some exact things they have said and done. But they're diabolically ingenious. They're like the Joker and Batman. They're just diabolically geniuses. So you just don't achieve what they have done being stupid. Again, I want to go back to, is Trump really playing them? I really would like to think so. And I will openly admit, maybe I am biased, but I am seeing something here that I can't put my finger on it. He must know the snakes that he's dealing with. I mean, he's a businessman. Forget politics. He's dealt with snakes in the construction industry. Living in New York, he knows what a snake is. Anybody who's lived in the inner city, whether it be LA, Chicago, New York, you got this Spider-Man sense, you know, and it's 100% correct when you meet a snake. So anyway, I just want to know what you guys think. And I don't mind if you're against Donald Trump. I banned the other guy just now, as you noticed, because he was an asshole and didn't really want to have a conversation. He just wanted to troll. So if you're anti-Trump, that's cool. As long as we can have an adult conversation where you can back up your thesis, you will not get any bashing or belittling or any insults from me. So really, what do you think? What happened today? Do you think Trump's playing them? I'm going to give you guys a couple of seconds to answer. Yeah, the Trump trolls are here today. But again, I don't care. You know, if they want to have an intelligent conversation with the people, I'm all for it. Yeah, I don't think they're coming for Trump. That gentleman that just got arrested, they're just fishing. It's just fishing again, more fishing. They keep looking into the Russian hacking and they can't find anything. Yet they're still going to impeach him. We haven't found nothing. But we're going to turn over everybody that he has ever met in his entire life. And if he so much as freaking cracked corn, we're going to impeach him. And that's all they're doing. It's a phishing. Roger Stone, that's his name. Yeah. CNN was there right on time, right for the arrest. Guess who called who? It was the freaking officers who called CNN. Talk about freaking professional law officers. It's nothing but a show, a propaganda show is what it was. He'll be released very shortly. And this is not the first time Roger Stone was arrested for conspiring with Donald Trump. To purchase my first silver coin from JM Bullion, but I have a question. If silver bars aren't currency, what is their use? Well, you hold on to them in the hopes that they will go up in price. Worst case scenario, they won't. They will retain their value, give or take a few cents. You'll always be able to trade them in for the current currency that is used as of that date. For example, if the dollar died and they came up with some other paper crap, you'd be able to trade your silver in. But if you save the dollar, the dollar always decreases. You have zero chance of the dollar appreciating. At least with silver and gold, you have that chance. So you pick your savings account, fiat currency or gold and silver. Okay, so I see nobody really wants to talk about what happened today. So I'll talk about the border. I am 30 minutes, if that, from north of the Nogales border. I've been there multiple times. I've actually crossed the border to buy tequila. You can buy vanilla there. Everything's cheaper there, much, much cheaper. And they're talking about, first of all, what is technology? We are going to build a smart wall. First of all, they didn't even know what a smart wall is as of this morning when they were questioned. So I'm thinking it's just a perimeter or a wall of just surveillance, electronics. But people need to understand this, and I think some of our military understands this. One aspect of electronics would be drones and helicopters. But you got to understand, without another country's permission, we are not allowed to fly over their land. So we have to stay on our side of the border with aerial unless they give us permission. And trust me, they love their illegals coming over here. They're not going to help us by allowing us to fly on that side of the border. My point being is, if your technology is on this side of the border, that means your technology is reporting you have an invader after they've already gotten on this side of the border. All technology does is records. It watches and it records and maybe sounds off an alarm or so. But then once the alarm is sound off, you got to understand the predicament that the actual humans are in, the actual border patrol are in. First of all, they're understaffed. I think for every one or two border patrol agents, they're patrolling 10 or 15 miles of border, somewhere in there. You can do the research and get the exact numbers. So let's just say point A has an alarm, an intrusion alarm, and your border patrol agents are 15 miles away. 15 miles of driving on a rural dirt path filled with rocks and bumps. They cannot drive that fast. Matter of fact, when we go four-wheeling out in the desert, you cannot go fast out there. You'll bust an axle. Really easy. So I say again, all this smart technology, all it does is watch. And it only sounds off once the people are in. By that, all it does is watch. And if it sets off an alarm, Those people have a long time to get lost in the desert. By the time Border Patrol agents drive 10, 15 miles to the scene of the alarm, the intrusion alarm, I'm sorry, intruder alarm, whatever you want to call it, they're gone. They're lost. So this technology is bullshit. Now maybe technology on top of a wall, vibration sensors. Hey, this segment of the wall is being vibrated upon, meaning people are climbing up a ladder. There's a motion detection systems and stuff like that. And that way, maybe by the time the Border Patrol do arrive, maybe by then they're just climbing over the apex of the wall, the top of the wall. But technology by itself is not going to do anything, folks. It really isn't. It just watches people cross the border. In a nutshell. In a nutshell. Again, you can have all the drones and helicopters you want. They have to be on this side of the border. They can't be flying over somebody else's country without their permission. And Mexico ain't giving us permission to do any of that because they want this to happen. I'm just reading some comments right now. I don't have that many people in the room, boy, I tell you. I talk politics, nobody wants to come in. I talk silver, I'll have 150, 200 people here. I do plan on doing some silver videos, though. Gold is up by $20. Homer, 10.75. Dennis Bates, why not put heavy fines on employers who employ illegals? Well, by then, and I agree, we could do that, but by then they're here. See, the whole point is to stop them from being here. That's like letting the cocaine come in and just let the cocaine come in. Don't even arrest the smugglers and just bust the users and the sellers here in the States. That makes no sense. That's a good analogy. Your methodology is just to let the illegals come in and we just arrest or fine the employers. No, you got to actually stop these folks from coming in. Silver is up 45 cents. Woohoo, I'm rich. Being funny. Reed Powell, if the dollar collapses, then what will the value of silver be based upon? Be based upon what the people feel it's worth. You got to understand, silver and gold go back to the beginning, Genesis of the Bible. There was no dollar there. It'll go back to what it was basically before the dollar was even around. People always will use silver and gold as money, whether you like it or not. Back then, there was no dollar bill. There was no 401k accounts. I was just talking to my mom. Okay. You can sell your silver to me or me. Just add silver. Pelosi is 78. U.S. average life expectancy is 78.46. I hear you, man. I hear you. Just add water. I hear you. I really do think Trump is playing them. He is basically setting the stage. He is a master chess player. He is going to let them show the world truly who they are. If I made a promise to you, open up the government, I will come to the table and I would negotiate. Excuse me. And after you open up the border, if I don't come to the table, you'll see, the people will see who I truly am. And I think that's what he's doing. How much silver should a person have? By Robert Jones. I always say a minimum is 200 ounces. A minimum. Trump sold out. To whom? I think, again, Trump he's clever. It's like jujitsu. He uses your own strength against you. Reed Powell, I'm 14 and own 20 ounces of silver. Congratulations. That's awesome. I don't believe he was outplayed. I can admit to the fact that maybe he was pressured. You know, you got 800,000 people that are missing their second paycheck. What would you do? Think about it. What would you do? You could say, okay, I'll call her bluff like poker. I'll open up the government. I'll let her play her hand next like poker. Worst negotiator ever. You know he's not the worst negotiator ever. Not after his long career. He is not the worst negotiator. Negotiations, I agree with the umpire's post, are necessary. He's allowing them to play their hand, and hopefully they will play the negotiation hand. They come back to the table and just want the world and want an overabundance of stupidity, things that really don't make any sense. He'll know he's being played. It's okay. It's a wrap in 3 weeks, checkmate. I believe so. We're going to see if I'm right or wrong. I think he's playing them. He is playing poker. He is a master poker player, metaphorically. I mean, think about what you would have done. You can keep the government shut down. She'll keep the government shut down. Nobody comes to negotiate. Nobody shows their hand. The trick to poker is getting somebody to show their hands, to play their hand. And I think that's what he's doing. Thank you, John Heaney. Thank you so much. You know, it's funny, you mentioned I speak well. I'm very self-conscious about the way I speak because sometimes I'm not certain I am actually saying what I'm thinking. Sometimes I just, thank you very much, though. Russian and Chinese get rid of dollars. That's beyond Trump's, you're going to blame Trump if another country wants to get rid of their dollars? That's crazy. Everything that happens in the world, you want to blame Trump on. By Jay Constant. Yes, Trump is smart, but not in politics. Soon you'll see the next crisis. Most crises are manufactured by his enemy. Manufactured crisis. And he can't. It's not his fault if somebody decides to get rid of the petrodollar. If the government shuts down, Trump won't get reelected. You're saying something without thinking it through. If the government shuts down after Nancy Pelosi shows her hand, and if the people are unsatisfied with whom she shows herself truly to be, then yes, he will get reelected. I don't collect platinum, Dave Scott. Never have. I don't find it to be any value as far as money. Platinum is more of a jewelry thing. There's nothing for me to really talk about. It's silver or gold, buddy. Another reason why I don't collect platinum is it looks so much like silver. And in a time of need, You might wind up selling your platinum to somebody who doesn't know what platinum is. They might insist, no, it's silver. You're trying to rip me off. And you might get into that little skirmish, that little, it's just, to me, I don't, I don't do copper and I don't do platinum. It's just gold and silver for me. Democrats don't have anyone to run against Trump. Democrats are diabolically intelligent. They don't need to have somebody who can run against Trump. What the Democrats will do is hire a bunch of Republicans to run against Trump, therefore milking some of his votes away. Then they put up their strongest Democrat, and then they can run against Trump because all the other 30 Republicans have squandered, taken a few of the votes away from Trump. That's what'll happen. Mitt Romney is a good example of a piece of crap that they will convince to run alongside, or not alongside, against Trump in the Republican primaries, is what I wanted to say. So that's why you see so many people running. They know they don't have a chance. When you have 30 Republicans running for president, they're not trying to become president. They're just trying to suck up and sponge a few of Trump's votes, some of the votes that would have gone to Trump. They might convince you, hey, no, we're a little bit better than Trump. We're a little bit different, vote for us. And they get just a couple of votes. Pretty soon, Trump is in a position where their better Democrat can beat him. That's why you see so many people running. It's to sponge up votes. And that goes for the other side as well. That's why you see 30 people running for Democrats presidency in 2020. Warren, she just announced. Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas, she just announced she's running. She knows damn well she doesn't have a chance. And I have to agree with the player NKC. President Trump just doesn't have Democrats fighting him. He has freaking rhinos. Anybody know what a rhino is? They are Republicans only by name. Most of the Republican Party are rhinos nowadays. They're just Republican by name, and they're downright socialist. They're embedded in the government. They're scum. McCain was a good example of a rhino. Yeah, Dave Scott, in my opinion, platinum, you say it's not a stacking metal, and I agree with that. But more importantly, it's just not a metal that was really ever used for money. I mean, like I said, you go back to the very first chapter, I wouldn't say chapter, but you go back to Genesis in the Bible, mentions gold and silver. I don't recall platinum ever being in the Bible. It's just more of a, for me, it's just a jewelry type of thing. I mean, you can say it's money, philosopher, but that's an opinion. I know there are folks who have platinum bars and whatnot, but just for me, it just looks too much like silver. That's another thing. Flake from AZ. Yeah, he was a flake, all right. In Genesis 44, silver is first mentioned. Dave Scott says it was never in the Bible, but do you understand why it's a good buy, right? No, I don't. Can you tell me why it's a good buy? Above gold, above silver. And if it's a good buy, I'm the first to admit, Dave, I don't know it all. Go ahead and buy some for yourself. Don't listen to me. I'm just giving you my 2 cents. That doesn't mean I'm 100% correct. I watched the movie Contagion last night. Eye opener. That is a good movie. Yeah, I got 1,500 subscribers. I mean, 1,500. I got 15,000 subscribers. I didn't even know it. I don't even, this channel, I don't really care about how many subscribers I got. It's something I never even look at. Honestly, I never look at. Normally, it's somebody congratulating me when I find out I hit a milestone. It happened at 5,000, it happened at 10, and now 15. It's just never been about the money. It's never been about the size. Thank you so much, Reed Powell. I appreciate your comment. Happens to silver holders. Well, those who can hold their silver, nothing happens to them. Those who are weak and can't defend themselves, not only do they lose their silver, but they lose all their food and their guns and their bullets and perhaps their wives. Thank you so much, Seaway and Tyrone. I appreciate it. I got 97 people in the house and 43 likes. Can I get some likes? I appreciate it. Hey, it's not like I'm asking to borrow your car keys or anything. Just click on the button. It's not like I'm trying to get $100 out of you. Just click the button. You have become Negan. Who are you? I'm not Negan. I asked my wife if she was the only one she's been with, and she said yes. The others were at least 7s or 8s. Great move in the metals market today. Yeah, I said also, I got to pat myself on the back. I said by the end of the first quarter, I said March, that's the first quarter, it's 12 months in the year, 12 divided by, 3, March. I said by the end of the first quarter, we're going to see slightly higher silver prices. So overtax, why do you still believe in the system? Please quantify that. Please give me an example. Why do I believe in the system? If anything, I don't believe in the system and believe that the current system needs to be fixed. So I wish you would elaborate a little bit on that question, please. Thank you. Miss Texas in the house, license to carry, is that really a law? So in this state of Arizona, we no longer need a license to carry. As a matter of fact, in this state, we no longer need a license to carry concealed. In this state, though, you can still get the license to carry concealed. I do that because it grants me the right to carry concealed in 5 other states if you have the permit. What's the word? I can't even pronounce it. Reciprocity, I think that's the word. What are my thoughts on the government shutdown? Well, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, Trump, I think it's like jujitsu. He uses their strengths, their weaknesses against them. I think he's forcing them to show their hand. He's forcing them to negotiate. He's forcing them to either put up or shut up. He's forcing them to show the people who they really are. I think Donald Trump is playing Nancy Pelosi. I think it was really his only real move, because right now, before he opened up the government, it was a stalemate. I'm not opening, you're not opening. Neither one of us is opening. And nobody's showing their poker hand. By him opening up the government, he's saying, okay, you said you're going to come to the table? Come to the table now. Now the people see truly what Nancy Pelosi is really about. And I live in Tucson, Arizona. I'm 30 minutes north of the border. I can tell you from my perspective, a lot of legal Mexicans are getting tired of the Democrat Party. I think he's just trying to let her hang herself. He's given them enough rope to hang themselves. The Empire's Post, it was the right move for now. It was the only move from now. Before, it was a stalemate. I agree with Just Add Silver. Trump is a lot smarter than people give him credit. He didn't achieve what he did before presidency, as well as leading up to presidency, from being a moron or being stupid. He knows people. He plays them. He's a master chess player. And when he finally does build the wall, because he already said he will claim a national emergency and build the wall with emergency funds. He's just going to say, look, they didn't negotiate, or they wanted stupid stuff in their negotiations. You know, they wanted to give me a dollar bill or something stupid. Democrats can declare it a win. That's okay. They have won nothing yet. Trump holds the Trump card. He really does. If you really think about it, he has the power to call this a national emergency. You can't out-Trump that Trump card. Yeah, you could take it to the courts and you could stall a little bit, but it'll get passed. Even after it'll get its way up to passing. I wonder if the President Trump actually knows how much power he has. I hope he does. I really do. And it's apparent that he's not abusing it. He knows he could have called a national emergency on that border a long time ago and had that border funded like that. He didn't do that. That tells me he's not an abusive person when it comes to power. Jeff Drawdy, thank you so much for your $2 super chat. Every little bit counts lately. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm trying to move. Actually, I got like a bunch of boxes over there. I was going to turn the monitor, but I don't want to mess things up. I got to pack up and move out of here. I'm going to do some moving this weekend. No White Mountains this weekend. I am packing. Just a question from an outsider to your environment. Do normal people know that the media is doing a propaganda blitz there? Of course we do. Most people do, Volts. Most people on the conservative side know what the news media outlets are doing. The people, the left-wing people, the socialist people, I think also know but don't care. They believe that what's that saying? It's a necessity. The evil is a necessary evil. So I think everybody knows what they are, but it's like a thief. They don't care about other thieves. They know you're a thief, and it's like, okay, they don't care. Honor among thieves. They just don't care about whether you're a thief also. So I think the socialist people out here don't care about whether the news media outlets are propaganda, because it's an evil thing that supports their agenda. So they don't really care. Thoughts on the protest in France? I am for it. They have my support, and I wish I had one of those yellow vests. Steckmeister hopes the yellow vest ripped the French Parliament limb from limb. Amen, brother. Amen, brother. Government laborers. Well, I really don't take any pity over federal workers unless they're Border Patrol, law enforcement. Other than that, I can care less whether they missed a paycheck or not. Trump was front row in Clinton's wedding. Yeah, that was before he probably found out what kind of scum they really were. So I bet you had a lot of friends at one time that are no longer friends. Graham, Cassinell. So I'm not going to hold it against Trump because he went to the Clintons' wedding. Again, though, let's put that into context. Trump was in front row in Clinton's wedding. What year was Clinton's wedding? That was eons ago. You want to hold somebody accountable for what they did eons ago? Come on. Come on, Graham. You're better than that. What Clinton got married after the election? You said he was in the front row at Clinton's wedding. I'm reading it word from word. Trump was front row in Clinton's wedding. The Clintons were married before he became president, from what I recall. I thought they were married like in the freaking a long time ago. Anyway, irrelevant. I don't hold anybody accountable for mistakes they might have made or things they might have done a long time ago. And I would do the same. I would treat you with the same honor also, Graham. If I saw you doing something, that doesn't mean you're the same person you were in the 70s. If I saw you doing something bad in the 1970s, we're all different people. We grow, and I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago. I'm nowhere near that person. So everybody's saying it was Chelsea Clinton. So we should hold. Okay, cool. You answered my question. So we should hold him accountable because he went to Chelsea Clinton's wedding. Now we got to ask ourselves, who knows, man? I'd freaking go. If somebody's offering a free buffet, oh, hell yeah, I'm there. People change. I'm not holding it against him. They're not like family. Come on. That's not the truth, Graham. You're just trolling. Come on. You're better than that, Graham. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. You're better than that. Open bar. Hell yeah. Graham, you tell me to come to your wedding? Shoot, and you're doing up filet mignon and lobster tail in an open bar? Graham, I'm there. I'm there. I've gone to freaking people's weddings I didn't even really care for. And frankly, I've gone to people's weddings I didn't even know. I can think of 2 weddings offhand I went to, and I didn't even know the bride nor the groom. I just went with somebody who knew them. I had a good meal, a couple of good drinks. I had some good laughs. Oh, man. Corporate profits, all-time highs, okay. Unemployment, all-time lows, which is a good thing. Are we missing the big picture? There's a lot of big pictures. We can only, there's corporate profits are at a whole-time high, and more people are working. Think about that for a second. More people are working, right? With more people working in your company, chances are your productivity is going up. Stay with me, McCraw. If more people are working, your productivity is going up. Therefore, you will have some higher profits. Enough said. Thank you, McCraw25. I appreciate the comment. uh, hey, Seaway, are you the asshole who timed Sanpure 91 out? That's his question to you. Seaway, are you the asshole who timed me out? You shouldn't be a mod. Well, I know Seaway 44. He doesn't just time people out for the fun of it. Seaway 44, are you an ass? Next time, give him 301 seconds. I'm teasing you too. Sanspure, I'm teasing you also. Seaway 44, you're a bully. You're a racist bully. I know what it is. You just don't like the dark people. You don't like Mexicans. That's why you're a homophobe racist. I'm teasing you, Seaway. I admit, Seaway, Sans Pure sometimes can get a little bit wild. Every now and then, I even notice it. But hey, we're all human. We're all good. Hey, Sans Pure, I've seen him ban people for life. That says a lot. He didn't ban you, so he doesn't really, he's not abusing his power. He's like Donald Trump. He's not abusing his power. No, that was actually just water from my Berkey water filtration system. No sword fighting talk tonight. Remember that when that guy sent that link and half the people in the chat room clicked on the link and it was 2 dudes going at it? Nick, my Buturin was like, laugh my ass off. I sure do remember. I'm teasing you too. Look, I'm teasing you. I'm not but remember that? I even fell for it. I clicked on the link. I'm like, oh, that was disgusting. I banned his ass, all right? Or I told either Seaway or Tyrone, I said, ban him. The next day, another person by a totally different name posted the same link. I immediately was smart enough to ban that person and ban the link and delete the link. I got a feeling it was just the same person, but he just signed up for another YouTube channel. He never came back, thank God. Remember when you banned Jesus Christ? I do not remember. There's a lot of people. I mean, you know, right now there's 104 people in the room, 103. It's hard to remember. And every day there's a different 103 people in the room. I mean, some of the people are consistently here, but there's new names every day. So it can be difficult remembering. Valerie Robles in the house. Thank you, Adam Rogers in the house. Silver Chief in the house. Ryder Dust. Richard Devon. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And if I can just get a thumbs up if you haven't already. I'm a white 50-year-old Trump supporter. Ban me. No, we don't ban your kind. Amazed that the government cannot do nothing about the budget. Oh, they can. They refuse to. It's all political. That's all it is. Chieftain, Trump gave in too easily. I don't, as I mentioned before, they were at a stalemate. You got two poker players. They were at a stalemate. So how do you get the other person to show their hand? And what I mean by show their hand, show the public really what she's made out of. You bring them to the table. The only way she was going to come to the table if he opened up the government. He opened up the government for 3 weeks. I think he's playing her. I think he is using her weaknesses against her. I think he wants her to show the world her hand and who she really is or isn't. Trump is not stupid. He is not stupid regardless of what anybody thinks. He is a master negotiator. He knows people. It would have done him no benefit to keep the stalemate going. No benefit. If anything, he would have gotten more animosity. He needs to show the world what Nancy Pelosi and her party truly are. And the only way to do that is to bring her to the table. He's only opening up the government for 3 weeks. He's mentioned that if the 3 weeks go by and she doesn't produce, he is calling a national emergency and he's going to fund the wall. He is not stupid when it comes to people. And I agree with Umpire's post. We can't jump the gun and speculate. And I will admit, what I just said was a speculation. But knowing Trump's track record, we're both from New York. Knowing his track record, knowing him, I think that's what he's doing. But as the Umpire's post said, in due time, we'll find out. Let's see. 3 weeks go by real quick. Yucca Farmer in the house. I haven't seen you in a long while. Thank you so much for being here. Daniel Shipley, thank you. Joseph C., you're overvaluing Trump's intelligence. And can you quantify that statement, Joseph C? Quantify that. Give me some points, exact points why I should doubt his intelligence. Because what you gave was a blanket statement. That's like calling somebody stupid. What did he do that was stupid? So you're saying I'm overvaluating Trump's intelligence. Quantify that statement, please. Because everything he's done in his life does not imply he's an idiot or stupid. He's done more than even some of us. And on top of that, he's become president. You don't achieve that from being a moron. Now, you might not like him, and you just want to call somebody a dirty word like we're in grade school or high school again. Quantify it. Chieftain. I mentioned multiple times that I think after the first quarter of the new year, first quarter being the end of March, after the first quarter, we're going to see higher prices of silver. That was my belief, and I'm sticking to it. I think it was up 40 cents or 45 cents today. I can't recall. I told you folks I don't even watch the silver market anymore because I'm not a day trader. I don't really give a rat's what it's doing. The only days I care about this price of silver is when I buy and the one day I go to sell. That's the only time. In between, I really don't care what silver does. You're going to drive yourself crazy watching the markets. You can give yourself a whiplash. Can Seaway ban the owner of this channel? Just wondering. Well, I hope he doesn't. Civil War. It'll be over very, very quick. Doesn't seem so smart to wait until Democrats take Congress, then try to fund the wall. Why didn't he fund the wall when with a Republican Congress? Makes no sense. That is a true statement. That is a true good question. I don't know. But it's questions like that I respect. It doesn't seem so smart to wait until the Democrats took Congress, then tried to fund the wall. Why didn't he fund the wall with a Republican Congress? Makes no sense. Good question, and I don't know. Nick Marcuse. No, I never buy my silver off of eBay, though some people swear by it. I go directly to JM Bullion and places like that, and I buy my silver. So the player, NKC, to answer Yucca's question was Paul Ryan blocked the wall funding. So I guess it wasn't until Paul Ryan left he was able to move forward with that. Sans Pure 91, overtax, are we good? We never were not good. Miss Texas, Steve Henry, Wiley Thompson in the house. Richie Bravo in the house. Thank you so much, everybody. I haven't seen Richie Bravo in a long time. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I'm pretty disgusted with the new abortion rules, or I should say lack of rules in New York. Really disgusted. It's legalized murder. You know, to be able to abort a baby the day before it's born, that's freaking downright evil. You tell me that baby doesn't feel something. That baby feels a heck of a lot. Sean Simmons, thank you so much for being here. We the People. Aleem Gibbons. It's disgusting. And it goes to show you, I said this in many videos, a lot of people don't believe in God. There's no tangible evidence, they say. And I tell them there is a lot of tangible evidence. Everything has an opposite. Everything has an opposite. Black, white, cold, hot. I can go on and on and on. Small, large, dark, light, evil, good. It's quite obvious there's evil in the world. When somebody allows, somebody cheers the abortion of babies just before they're born, God will have their way, his way with those people. The player, NKC, I don't know what they can challenge anymore. I don't even, who's they? First of all, we need to ascertain who's they. Because the people, the government of New York, they're not going to challenge the law. They love it. They love aborting little babies. And you know what's sad about it is? What nationality, or I should say, what 2 or 3 nationalities in New York are the most aborted? Blacks, Puerto Ricans, and Mexicans. So are they really trying to get rid of those 3? And then at the same time get behind the podium, oh, we need to increase welfare and we need to leave the borders open. Because abortion rates on those 3 nationalities are the highest. They're higher than whites. Les Paul Thompson, he's out. God bless. Thank you. Hope it's not something I said. Many will take the wide road in life, but only few ever find the narrow path. Mellow Stacker, read the end of the Bible and you see everything. Agree. The universe design, the human body design, the earth design. Little Red Pony in the house. And Richie Bravo, thank you very much. Steve Henry still thinks Trump's an idiot. Can you quantify that statement? What has he done that you can classify him as an idiot? I'm just curious. First of all, we need to, and I'm talking to Steve Henry, you need to look up what idiot says in the dictionary, and then you need to quantify your statement to the definition of what an idiot is. What has he done that's an idiot? He's done more than you in your life. So who's the bigger idiot, you or Donald Trump? He is no idiot. You just don't like him, and that's fair. But to call somebody an idiot or, corrupt or a Nazi, I love all the news media outlets. Oh, he's a Nazi. What has he done to What has he done that even compares to Hitler? Can any of you Trump haters out there, can you quantify those statements? Don't feed the trolls. That's a true statement right there. That's a statement that doesn't need any quantifying. And it's amazing. As soon as CNN uses one word, one adjective, the entire nation is using that adjective. It's amazing. And whatever adjective, whatever pronouns they're using to describe Trump, the next day people are using it. I would be embarrassed to be repeating, let's say, what somebody's saying, walking around like I said it. Sans pure overtext. Just because people disagree doesn't mean we are trolls, though. I agree with you. And in my defense, sans pure, I never called you a troll. What I do call a troll is when somebody insults Donald Trump. For that matter, I would do the same thing as though if they insulted you. If they can't quantify their statement with reason, just to say that Donald Trump is Hitler, just to say that Donald Trump's a Nazi. Okay, you made a statement. What has he done to prove your statement? And when you cannot quantify a statement, then you are a troll. When somebody says Donald Trump's an idiot, that's what I call a blanket statement. What is underneath the blanket? What inflated? It's an umbrella statement. What's underneath the umbrella to inflate the umbrella? What has he done to be called an idiot? I'm just curious. That's what I'm trying to get at when I say quantify a statement. That's what I'm talking about. Silver Wolverine, I hope you're right. Thank you so much for being here. Thoughts on Q? Q's been right a few times, but I don't think they have long enough track record for me to be their cheerleader. They have been right a couple of times, though. That I can give them. A lot of people, they just love Hillary Clinton, just espouse her. And there was a couple of on the street interviews. They go to college and they interview these stupid kids. Why do you love Hillary Clinton? And none of them can answer the question. That's what I mean by quantifying it. I love Hillary. Well, why? Um, and then they giggle at each other. uh, uh, what has she done? Uh, oh, they can't quantify a statement. They love her, but they don't know why they love her. What has she done politically for you, for the nation? Uh, um, no. What they're doing is they're repeating CNN, and that's it. It's amazing when the Kavanaugh hearings, when he supposedly raped somebody when he was just a little boy in high school. And even Clinton was out, and everybody was on her side. Yeah, Clinton is even saying this is bad. Yeah, excuse my language, but didn't Bill Clinton come? I don't want to say that. Didn't Monica Lewinsky have his Baby juices all over her dress. Nobody's freaking. That's what I mean. This group hallucination. How do you hate Kavanaugh but don't hate Clinton? I don't understand that. You got forensic evidence proving Clinton did what he did. Forensic evidence, semen, DNA. No proof on Kavanaugh, but he's guilty. Clinton's innocent. But he's got DNA on the drive. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. That's a liberal. See, it's not about what they do. It's not about the crimes they do. It's about getting rid of their opponents. That's all that matters to a leftist, a socialist, a Democrat. It has nothing to do about the crimes because they're all criminals. They don't care whether the other criminal is doing crimes. As long as we all got ours, man, we're all good. And that's how they think. They don't really give a damn what the Clintons have done, who they've raped and killed. They don't care. It's irrelevant. Yucca farmer, I agree with you. If I was Bill Clinton married to Hillary, yeah. And I just love the fact that every time somebody in politics makes a mistake, and I'm not talking a lifelong mistake, a mistake every now and then, they bash him like just because they got into office, they're freaking Jesus Christ and perfect. Everybody's going to make mistakes, folks. The difference is some people understand that, and just some people want him to fail. They're praying for him to fail. It's not that they're pointing out his mistakes. They're actually applauding his mistakes. So they can say, see, we told you so. The fact is, even a president makes mistakes. It's when a president is constantly making mistakes we should be critiquing, not for the onesies and twosies. Anyway, folks, my boring rant has gone on enough. If you haven't given me a thumbs up, I really would appreciate it. I'm going to take off. I thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Click the little bell icon. Thank you so much for the super chat and the support. I really appreciate that. You folks have a great day. What the hell is this guy talking about? Nick Marcuse. Overtax. He's obviously just trying to trip me up. Overtax, can you give us your input on the 30-day government reduction in force clause? What the hell am I, a lawyer? Have a good day.